Hello, my name is Randall, and welcome to a bit of a different video. If you watched one of my previous videos, I mentioned I was going to be doing some YouTube videos about gaming that weren't to do with cars, and another game that I play quite a lot of is The Sims 4. So I decided, why not do a bit of a Sims 4 play? I'm not going to say play through because there's not really any story to The Sims unless you give it such a story. But it's sort of playing around in The Sims. So I thought, well, why don't I build a house for my Sims? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. In this first episode, I'm going to be designing the living room for the house that my Sim will eventually live in. Let's get right to it. Okay, in this section of the video, I'm going to be going through and building the living room. I decided to do, well, I started off with a 5x5, but I'm going to do a 6x6, so I can fit in 3 large windows, as I later decide on later. So in this bit, I was originally going to have walls separating the windows as to provide a more structural support looking thing, but I'm not too sure what it's going to be for. Next, I decided, oh, why don't I put in some chairs? And I was like, wait, I need lighting. So here's where I put in a temporary light source, as it does not really go along with my theme. It will get removed later. So I chose the beamer as it is fairly bright and simple, and it won't really detract from building it. Next up, we're going to go in for the walls, and on this wall, which will be the wall with windows on it, I chose to have some wood. I don't know why, I just thought this would look nice, as the outside walls of the building would be wood, I guess, and I want to be in keeping with that, so I put wood on the outside as well. I personally thought it looked quite nice. For the other 3 walls, I'm going to go with a plain white, which just kind of keeps it sort of simple and lets the eye get drawn to more interesting features of the wall rather than the wall itself drawing the eye's attention. Here I spend a lot of time looking through possible options for windows, and I eventually settle on the large, too wide, sort of full floor to ceiling windows with a black frame and no tint on the glass. I also put in a door as to allow access to the room. Well, it was an archway rather than a door. Here I continue trying to make the structural support work, but it doesn't work, so I don't go with it. Then I choose a wooden floor, as wooden floors look very nice. I like wooden flooring. Next up I begin to work on the chairs, which will be seen. I decided I'm going to use some mid-century modern chairs, as mid-century modern is a theme that I quite like, and it looks quite nice to the eye, and it looks very tasteful. That shelf was not what I was looking for, but this was more in keeping with the theme I had in mind. I decided to place this shelf on the back wall, and I will later place one right next to it on the wall 90 degrees to that wall that it's placed on. Here I am choosing a computer desk, which will allow my sim to work from home if need be. I decide to place it on the wall next to the archway. Here I choose a mid-century modern chair to go with the desk, which I will use again when sorting out the dining area, at least in this room. There will probably be a dedicated room to dining, but I thought for now, why not have a small one in the living room? I'd put this coffee table down and try to see where it would work the best. After testing it out, I decided to look for some couches, and I decided on a nice 2-seater one and a longer 3-seater one. The 2-seater one is in orange, and the 3-seater one is in light blue. Here I'm placing back in the coffee table that I mentioned earlier. I move the sofa back a bit to allow more room for the Sims. Here I start to work on the dining arrangements with a table and set of chairs. I'm considering placing the table there, which will allow 4 Sims to sit down. I eventually put it down to 3 Sims, as I like the look of the table sitting up against the window. There we go, that looks good. Here I choose the earlier mentioned mid-century modern chairs, one in green, one in blue, and one in yellow, it seems. Here I decide to decorate the walls a bit more, as currently they're looking a bit bland, and whenever I'm designing buildings I always forget to put stuff on the walls. This time I made sure I was going to do that. Here I chose a nice picture of some sort of old American estate car next to a Route 68 sign, not to be confused with Route 66. And then I chose some nice Japanese art. It looks like something I would probably have on my wall if I had the money. Here I look for some lamps, and I decide on a fairly nice angle poise lamp, which you'll see in just a second. There we go, this red one here. I decide to scale up, as large angle poise lamps are quite nice, and I personally think they're quite interesting, whilst looking fairly odd, as they're, I guess, not fairly common. Here I look for some sort of vague decoration thing. Oh, actually, I just saw something whilst recording this back that I should probably go and add in the build. I'll do that in the next episode. If you want to see the next episode, then why not leave a like beneath the video? I mean, if you don't want to, that's fine, but it would maybe be appreciated if you did. Don't know who would appreciate it, but I'm sure someone would. Here I add in a wine holding globe, as why not? Here I put in a jacket with some hats, or just a hat, actually, just one hat, which adds a more lively look to the room, I guess, because it kind of looks like it's being used, because there's stuff hanging up in it. Then I look through for some more jackets and clothing items that could hang on the wall. This goes on for quite a while. I can't. Oh, there we go. Found it. I have to move my Japanese painting along again. There we go. So if you want to see me doing the next, I already said this, didn't I? Yeah, never mind. Leave a like, or leave a dislike if you didn't like the video. But if you did like the video, then leave a like. But not if you only sort of liked it. Like if you properly, if you enjoyed the video, if you chuckled along with, I don't know, it's not really funny to video. If you find the video somewhat interesting, enjoyable, then why not leave a like? At this point I start adding in shelves to the room, as I imagine during my Sims life the Sim will want to add, or at least I will add, things onto shelves to decorate the room a bit more, things that I've collected over the years, or I guess hours, that I play on the save file for. Adding in some more shelves in an interesting formation, which looks pretty cool if you ask me. Gonna add on some stuff to the shelves, some small decorative items. I think yeah, an interesting car model, which I guess I like cars, so a little car model won't hurt. So have that on one of the shelves. There we go. And then there's the I can't remember what it's called, some sort of like a golden fruit. I was gonna have that, I didn't check that. Looking at some, yeah, there we go. The monolith is some sort of big stone-looking thing. It looks pretty cool, so I put it on the shelf. Well, I'll put a scaled down version of it on the shelf. There we go. There we go. It's not a hard position. There we go. Okay, so I'll leave the rest of the shelves to get decorated throughout the series. You might notice the room seems a bit dim as of right now, so I'm going to add in some more lights in a minute. Got to get myself a computer first, obviously, as that's kind of important. Not really enough space to add any of that stuff in. Or camera, yeah, I guess adding a camera. I don't think anything else gets added in from this section. Yep, just got to the light bit. I add in a pretty cool light that I find. Where is it? Where is it? No, not that. There we go. That looks pretty cool. So I place that right next to the couch. Oh, that's quite nice. Where did I put it? Oh yeah, place it on the shelf, don't I? Yeah, so I'll scale it down and then move it upwards to place it on the shelf, which makes it look like a sort of small desk sort of lamp. Okay, here we are in the sort of not build mode. I think I've changed some things around, maybe. But I have my sim Mike here, who I'll be using in the sim playthrough thing. As you can see, I've set up a little bedroom on the side of the house for now, because whilst I'm building it, you need somewhere to stay. And I think we're going to go into the, oh here we go, sort of a free cam look around of the room. Not too much to look at yet, the walls are still kind of bland, but that can always be changed at a later point. Got another view of the room. And the playthrough will be starting in winter, so got that to look forward to, obviously. Another cinematic shot of the room. More shots of the room. Looks pretty nice if you ask me. Well designed. Okay, more of the room. And more room. Cool. That is the video over. I hope you enjoyed. As if no one enjoyed it, there's no point in making videos anymore. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Don't bother leaving a like, I don't really need them anyway. And yeah, see you in the next video.